Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Carolina Gamecocks. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll keep it on the ground, off right tackle. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Steps away. Pressure's there and he lets it go.
Was a quarterback. To the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw. You got these defenders, they are coming, they're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Scanning the field, it's Shapen, looking for an open area to his left. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. Turning on the Jets. The 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame, where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Ball's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He didn't. Defense took advantage of it.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, knowing the play is over.
Back to throw, it's Shapen. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Bulldogs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. He'll set up to throw. Running to Green. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. And a quick shuffle pass.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Complete to the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the point after is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. The sweet feet buy a little time. Breaks the tackle. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off play action on 1st down. He's got an open man. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Working that left side now. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. To the air on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Zings it complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw, it's Shapen. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Mosley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. They'll run play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On the run, fires downfield. It's complete. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Skips away from pressure. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Looking downfield, it's Shapen. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted to stop the threat. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
really tough on an offense. Third and long, it's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's open. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, South Carolina.
A nice job finishing this first half, but we're not done. I'm really curious to see here, Reese. Are they going to go for it? I mean, you could tie this game up, or you could go into the half down one. Kind of an interesting decision early for this offense.
Touchdown. If they can get this two, we'll have a tie ball game. Touch pass on the run. He's into the end zone, and what a way to end the half. A touchdown, a two-point conversion, and that's how we'll go to the break. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, he's got some space. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Quickly out to the tight end. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. Got some room after the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He's going for a big play downfield. Snags it down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his back in the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to slam in. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. The extra point here would tie the game.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Tie game here with just a few minutes to go. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. The 20. Inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
He's looking to throw. Under fire. He gets it into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion extends this lead to 8. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right on target this time. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
What a play by the defense. I'll tell you, every time that guy gets the ball in space, the entire stadium holds their breath because of his game-changing speed. That is an outstanding job of an open field tackle in a 2-minute situation with the lead.
Got his man.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Well, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Looking for more room. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. It's a seam wide open. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Makes the quick grab, and he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. LSU right back to the line. Hand off from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. To the air, it's Nussmeier. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Punt is on its way. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Going to try to get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Now he's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Ball is free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. You do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals of taking care of the football. Just has to do better moving forward.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Good timing on the quick out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. With jet sweep pass. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Flushed out of the pocket. Uncorks one to the middle. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's another play for this offense that you're just left wanting more. Both these offenses, man, nobody's scoring any points. Palmer trying to execute a 2-minute drill, throwing the ball to the other team. That's not part of the 2-minute drill.
And I think we got to give the defenses credit because they have been dominant and physical and they're creating takeaways. I know the offense has been sloppy, but on the other side of the ball, man, we are seeing 2 really good defenses go at it today.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Now the pitch. Makes it past the marker. Open space at the 25. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown. Bayou Bengals. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
And they'll try to tack on 2. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but, man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards of field position. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to the back. Oh, a lot of space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the gun, the ground game. Bull gets away from one. He's got space. Down the seam on the left. Touchdown, South Carolina. He would not be denied.
And you want to finish half strong. This is a great job by this offense, executing down the field, taking up some clock, and punching the football in for 6.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a thrilling 50-yard run for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost to fire on second down. With the catch, it's Durham. At the 45 on his way. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Quickly to the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's sharp. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
I many times you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Little touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Football with the run. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical.
It's a running room. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown LSU.
When you run these screenplays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back. But look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. It's complete to the right. He's in there for the 2, and now the lead stands at 10. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the middle. Intercepted. Running through contact. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Red pass hits complete. There he goes. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Might be looking to run. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they go for it on 4th down, especially during these situations.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
He'll get into the end zone for the 2, and now the deficit is 5. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. The throw to the outside is complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Durham. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. LSU quick to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Sharp. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to throw again. Here's a heat. Got his man downfield. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing it that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Sellers. Buys a little extra time. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. Makes the grab.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the feet.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Kick is in the air. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Got his man down the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Here's the pressure. They make the stop, and he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by QB.
Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Sellers. Looking to buy time. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Extending the play. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And now, fourth quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Illinois Fighting Illini. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. About to kick it away to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the option. Quick toss. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Snagged in the middle. It's Harbor. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Quarterback may change this route. To throw, it's Sellers. The short hands, it's Brown. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Harbor. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, better look out. He's loose. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
And the PAT makes it 7-0.
South Carolina, 7, Illinois, 0.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Bunch formation for these receivers. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Making side adjustments here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
South Carolina, 14, Illinois, 0.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to pass, it's Altmaier. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. South Carolina, 14, Illinois, 0.
They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Sellers. Caught near the sticks, it's Bennett. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open spaces. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
South Carolina, 21, Illinois, 7.
Bringing it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Altmaier. Fires to the middle. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Direct snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Complete to the left. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And they can't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back at the 30. He's at the 10, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
South Carolina, 28. Illinois, 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Fighting Illini will take over 1st and 10.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Scanning the field, it's Altmaier. Setting up the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard, just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping it.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Has to throw this off his back foot. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Sends it back in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Quick completion on the out route. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
That's caught. It's Arkin. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they...
Turning on the Jets. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going with the ground game left. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Altmaier. Quick completion on the out. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
On 4th down, going to the air. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on down.
He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Off play action. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, going up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's Dixon. He's not quite going to make it to the marker. They'll spot it at the 37, and now a decision on fourth down.
Coming up, fourth down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, South Carolina 28, Illinois 7.
This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Looks as if Illinois will have enough for the first down.
And your decision to go for it on fourth down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him, or do I...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
The number one objective